Men's 400m Freestyle S11 race. Don't think we have to worry too much about this world record going. We have had 7 tonight already. The world record for this race has stood since 1992. Before there even was a Parasailing World Championships. Back in Barcelona in 1992. John Morgan of the USA. One of the great parasailing pioneers. If this world record goes, we really know something's happened in the water. Some spell has been cast.
Yeah, and there were some good heat swims this morning. Dongdong of China in lane 4. He did look the most comfortable in the heats. And here we see him now. He's found that lane rope. He's going very well down this first 50 meters. But going with him is Uchu TOMITA of Japan in lane 3. And Rogier DORSMAN of Netherlands in lane 5, also going very well. These athletes, they won't be able to see each other. If they're close enough to the same lane rope, they can often sense someone near them almost stealing their water. But as we go, as we can see in that picture there, from lane 5, Rogier DORSMAN, and lane 6, Mateus de Souza of Brazil. But it is Dongdong of China that will lead after the first 100 meters.
And it's tough, isn't it, in a race like this, when you've got two swimmers who are swimming next to each other, to do that, because you don't want to give an inch. If Rogier DORSMAN, for example, wanted to switch to the other side, he's got to swim a metre over there to do it. And in a race like this, where he knows it's going to go down to the fine margins by the end, risky to do so. He's just like to do it over the course of about a 25-metre stretch. He's made it over to the right side of his lane.
Yeah, these lane ropes are so important to guide the athlete in exactly, as you said, the most direct line possible, because you can otherwise end up, if you get all disorientated, almost ricocheting off the lane ropes or getting caught on them, and they're very, very sharp. So you can see Rogier DORSMAN now, he isn't quite sticking to the lane rope as much as we've seen him do so in the past, but he's going very well here, and he actually looks like he's managed to establish himself in second place at the halfway stage. But it's still the early leader, Dongdong, who put in that impressive heat swim that leads at the 200 meters. But just as I say that, Rogier DORSMAN has a brilliant turn, a brilliant underwater, and just like that, he is up and edging into the lead.
That's one of the turns of the week. That was absolutely incredible. And Rogier DORSMAN here has found another gear. And of course the danger with Dongdong is he won't know that's happening. In any other category, you might be able to sense it and respond. But the S11, so much of the time, especially in a 400-meter race, it has to be swum almost like a time trial. You're just not aware of your surroundings, and especially your other swimmers.
Absolutely. And actually, the only way that he might now realise is because they're swimming along the same lane rope. And although Rogier DORSMAN is significantly far ahead, the S11 athletes do have heightened senses, so Dongdong will feel that water coming off the back of DORSMAN's kick. But DORSMAN is looking incredible as we come into this final turn.
Yeah, it really is. He broke the world record in the 200 IM earlier on this week. And he is just going from strength to strength. He's got an amazing story as the Dutchman. Woke up one day in 2012, and his vision, having been totally normal before, all of a sudden he describes it as looking through a foggy window, eventually deteriorating to total blindness. He always had a passion for swimming. He didn't want to give that up. And here he is 7 years later, swimming in the pool that hosted the 2012 Olympics and Paralympics. and it looks like he's going to cruise home here.
Well, as
in a
he goes
fantastic goal.
into that final turn, sorry Steve, there's a huge battle developing behind. And Japan had a brilliant night in the pool last night. And whilst Roger DORSMAN looks like he has this gold medal sewn up, TOMITA has made a move in lane 3, and he's caught up the early leader Dongdong, and he's gone into a solid second position. It's
a phenomenal swim from Roger DORSMAN. 4:28.64. Enormous swim. He's told by his coach the good news, and he looks absolutely ecstatic. He's swimming just about every event this week, Roger DORSMAN. His programme finally comes to an end, and he is on top of the world. Uchu TOMITA, a brilliant silver medal for Japan. And for Dongdong, a good bronze. He let it out really hard, but there was just that turn at the halfway point. Just to give you this, the turn at the halfway point, when they touched, Dongdong was 2.5 seconds up. Roger DORSMAN made that up in 15 metres on the underwater. That was how good that turn was.
Yeah, we saw DORSMAN on the way out of that turn. He just hit it very sweetly, got the perfect propulsion off of the wall, and managed to go in an extremely straight line. And he gradually found the lane up again. So he made the most of the speed that he was carrying off the wall. And this is the final turn here. But he was, by that point, he was up and away. He'd gained the momentum from that 200-meter turn. And from there was no going back. He just went from strength to strength. And there you can see the brilliant underwater shot. And there's so much at stake with the S11 turns, because they have to rely on that tap, and then they don't always get it exactly right in terms of their foot placement on the touchpad.
It's funny you should say that. I was watching that turn in slow motion, almost preparing to wince because it looked like his feet were going to land on the wall in slightly the wrong position. It is such an amazing thing that they do. And over 400 metres, 7 turns. Truly remarkable. Brilliant swim from Roger DORSMAN.